You know what? I've never heard a woman fart. Do they fart? I don't know. I've never heard of it. I thought about it. I'm like,
welcome everyone to another episode of Mod Squad Movie Talk Monday. I am your host Harley, as always joined by the wonderful Felix.
what's up?
And once again, the Nerd Tender is joining us.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
We are going to start our show off with a moment of silence for those we have lost this week.
This one's a big one, man.
For real. That dude's been around forever.
A jazz legend right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a sad day.
Okay, we're going to start off with our sponsor, Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios. Guys, go check her out on Facebook.
Her skulls are so cool.
Yeah, absolutely love her skulls. Do we have the QR code on here? Okay. There is her QR code if you guys want to go check her out on Facebook. Scan the QR code right here at the bottom of the screen.
But wait, I see a QR code by your head.
Well, that's for our shirts that we have also. We were getting to that one. These are our shirts we have all the time. And this is our shirt of the month. Guys, get this shirt in. You do not have very much longer to order it.
Yeah, last day of the month. Yeah, last day of the month. We're throwing those in the vault.
Okay.
I'm digging the black on black myself. You know, me and my favorite color there.
Okay, let's move on to our first trailer.
Looks fun so far.
We should go say hi. Hey there.
Dax talked to a girl.
A girl?
He wants to marry her.
What? I didn't say that.
You said it with your eyes.
What?
Said it with your eyes. I've heard that one before.
What a stupid idea.
Okay, you're impossible.
Because I found a safe place for us to live.
I want us to get out and see the world.
What sort of father would I be if I put my young fowl in harm's way for no reason except a chance at a Caribbean vacation?
I don't want to miss out on life because you're afraid to leave this pond.
Here we go. Tail for the torsion.
Check.
I was waiting for that. They're going to be throwing out Mario's every time they do something. Studio that brought you.
That's the voice of the
Hey!
Why are we the only birds heading this way?
What is this place?
I promised adventure, and this is exactly what I promised.
What is that?
It's the Larange.
It's you with Larange on top.
Can we land?
You're old enough to do it in the sky now. We have a number 2 situation.
Oh.
But it's gross.
Every bird does it in the sky.
What if someone is looking down there?
No one is looking down there. I told you, we are not landing.
Hilarious.
There is no way we're landing.
Are you sure no one's looking?
Fowler, do it now, or we leave without you.
Okay.
We are completely lost. We're trying to get to Jamaica.
Come on, lovebirds. It's this way.
Whoa, we are not flying through this crazy death trap of a city.
Just sit close to me and everything will be all right. I'm okay. Yeah, no, I'm okay. We can do this. You missed, boss! Maybe don't stick too close.
It's my
pretty
first
cute.
time seeing that. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, that looks pretty cute.
It's a hilarious family movie. And sometimes we do throw those out there. Most of them aren't family movies, but I thought, what the hey, let's do a family one this time. It was cute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's move on to our coming soon. This week's a short week. We really don't have that many movies. On July 28th, we have The Haunted Mansion with Jamie Lee Curtis. And on the 30th, we have Reinventing Elvis, the 68. And that is it for this week. What are you guys looking forward to?
God, out of all of those, I don't know, man. There's too many to choose from.
Yeah, right? Probably Haunted Mansion, though. I think that's probably the one that I'll be seeing with Amber
Yeah, I mean,
chance.
The kids, I always like the older movies. They like the ride. I remember going on the ride. We went to Disneyland, and it's got to be that one.
I'm looking forward to the Haunted Mansion also. Did you guys see that the cast was actually at Disneyland promoting the Haunted Mansion movie? So that was pretty awesome.
What's up.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, we're going to move on to our deleted
scenes.
This week it is from, I think, this is 40?
Knocked Up.
Okay, yeah. It's from Knocked Up.
Sex?
Love these movies, though.
It's ugh.
Well, this does not sound good at all right now. I'm sorry.
I mean, we don't have to.
Do you want to?
Well, we probably should.
I'm just really
I
constipated
absolutely
right now.
love this movie.
Crampy.
It's so good.
Don't make fun of me.
I know it's not funny.
I think they should have left us out
because it's disgusting that you would even tell me this.
Why is that funny? It hurts me. It's a real problem.
How come you can talk about freely your constipation, but you won't even let me fart in my own home?
Every time I leave the room, I hear you farting. You're always farting. Why can't you just go into the bathroom like a normal person?
I'm a husband who likes to fart in his house.
Charlotte is always complaining about you farting in the room with her. She's 3. Stop farting in front of her.
I'm gonna go to Gelson's and get us some ice cream.
Okay. Maybe they have that caramel cone explosion.
Madonna's on Letterman.
Ooh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, I think after that, then she goes to the bathroom. Then she asks him, and he's like, "Well, now," which is in the actual movie. But I like that. Yeah, I like this lead up coming to it. But honestly, I think they should have left it out because it makes the other part a little bit more funnier, if you ask me.
Yeah. I love those two, especially together in this one and the spinoff. This is 40. Me and Amber watch that like at least once a year because they're so freaking relatable as a married couple. It's so good.
Like just that scene right there alone is every married couple's conversation that they have at least once a week, right there.
Maybe not once a week, but everyone's had that conversation.
Everyone's had there's no privacy, there's no tact, all of that just goes out the window after me and Amber have been married for 17 years now, and the amount of stuff that we share with each other, like I couldn't imagine 17 years ago sharing this kind of stuff with another person, let alone a woman. So God love her, because she puts up with it. Yeah.
You know what? This just made me think of something happened when I was a kid, maybe 10, 11, 12, around there, preteens. And me and my cousin, my nephew, were having this conversation about You know what? I've never heard a woman fart. Do they fart? I don't know. I've never heard one. I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I've never heard my mom fart. We were going back and forth about never hearing a girl fart. So we walk out. I forget. We were playing. We're doing something. We walk out of our room. My sister was picking something up off the floor. Long story short, her asses was sitting right there, and she just lets one out. And it's like she was listening to our conversation because we came out, and then we just looked at each other. And for both of us, it was the first time we've ever heard a woman fart. And I just thought that just reminded me of that conversation back in the day. I mean, with guys, you can talk like that all day long. But
yeah. If my wife found out that I'm not going to talk on it too much because she would kill me if she found out that I spoke to the internet about it.
Masses.
But I will confirm, yes, women do fart.
My daughter is 19 years old, and she could rip one with the best of the guys right there because, well, when you're raised with guys, you're quite masculine.
And I don't care how old you are, what sex you are, where you're at, farts are funny as shit.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I love farts.
I got to do it out in public just to I do it on purpose to embarrass them sometimes.
Yeah.
I have this friend who says she doesn't fart, she fluffs.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Honestly, that sounds more disgusting than a fart for some reason.
Yeah. It's like, no, honey, you don't fluff, you rip ass.
Yeah.
Literally. What did you guys talk about on the movie show today about farts?
Yeah.
Ripping butt. Okay.
Everybody farts.
Isn't there a book called that? Like a child's book?
Probably.
It's called Everybody Poops. There's a book called Everybody Poops, yeah. Okay. And same. Everybody farts.
Moving on. From Bloody Disgusting, Sleeping Beauty's Massacre, bloody exclusive images from upcoming horror twists on Classic Tale. I have these images for you guys to see. They are pretty bloody and disgusting.
Sleeping Beauty's Massacre.
Look at this one right here.
Come on. When you want to eat a heart, it's got to be fresh, no?
Exactly.
It's about as fresh as it gets. That's awesome.
Sleeping Beauty herself, I'm assuming.
That's kind of creepy.
So how does she sleep with her no eyelids? And her nose is completely gone here. Is this beforehand as she turned into that other one?
I don't know what the synopsis of this movie is even about. So I can't speak it. I don't know if is that Sleeping Beauty?
I don't know.
That's creepy though.
But these
maybe we should have saw the images in reverse and saw her as a kid, saw her start losing her face, and then getting married. Who knows? I don't know. But this is in vain of Winnie the Pooh. What was the other ones? Winnie the Pooh.
Blood and Honey. Yeah.
Yeah. All of those. I wonder if they're all in the same universe. I don't know if it's the same makers as the other one. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, they seem interesting. I'd want to check out this movie.
I'll be watching it for sure.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome just for the fact of this picture right here.
Nice.
I mean, fresh heart.
I love some good gore practical effects. So hell yeah.
Yeah, that actually looks really. It looks like it's going to be awesome. From Bloody Disgusting, Pet Sematary Bloodlines, Paramount Plus unveils first look at new prequel movie arriving this Halloween season.
So this has David Duchovny in it, which makes me feel good about the movie.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. And of course, Pam Grier right there looking badass in that shot that they just showed. Now, this is a prequel to the remake that came out a few years back, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But I love David Duchovny, so I think this
I
one might
I
be
hear
okay.
the old guy from that one. I thought it was a remake from the original, but I could be wrong too. The old man from that guy is David Duchovny's character
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this,
yeah.
so it
Judge
shows
Crane.
how he
Yep.
gets. Yeah,
But
Well, so
Pet Cemetery was pretty awesome back in the day.
oh, I
Anyways,
love
like
Pet
I
Sematary.
remember watching it as a
Yeah,
child, and it
yeah,
scared the shit out of me.
yeah. But I'll be
And
watching it.
yes, me too. I am a huge Pet Cemetery fan. So excited for this. Okay. From comicbook.com, The Exorcist Believer poster reveals first look at the Exorcist sequel. I got these posters for you guys. Want to take a look?
nah,
Yes.
Mama show me anyway.
Yes.
that's what's
That's
up.
so
These
bitchin'.
look freaky.
I love how they did it so canny to
Yeah, I
The
mean,
Exorcist.
it looks just like Linda Blair in those from the original.
It
Yeah,
does. We were talking in prep about how much it looks like her, and the makeup
yeah.
and everything looks like parts from.
I know.
If you would
Yeah,
just show these pictures without it, people would probably think they were from the original
right.
Exorcist.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of these like legacy sequels that they've been doing have been kind of hit or miss. And I know, The Exorcist is such a classic, iconic movie. How could they, they've made plenty of sequels of it. And the TV series, I don't know if you guys watched the Exorcist TV series, was a direct
It was canon.
connection to the original Exorcist, which if you guys haven't watched is really, really good.
I saw the first season. I know the second season wasn't as good, and we didn't watch
I
it,
loved
but I
I loved
really
the
liked the
series.
first season.
Yeah, it's really good. So after seeing these posters and seeing how creepy that makeup looks, I can't wait.
Moving on. From Deadline, Lionsgate gets excited about Saw X horror picture movies earlier in the fall. First look unveiled at Comic-Con.
So yeah, they bumped this up a month, which is cool.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, I was telling my kids it's smart because normally it's like the last weekend of the month, and instead of hitting big that one weekend and then being done, at least now they have all of October,
Right.
to make
I mean,
money.
that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, everybody's watching horror movies for all of October, getting ready for Halloween.
I mean, if you can't go out that one weekend, now you can make it sooner.
And there's a Friday the 13th in October, so a lot of people are going to be wanting to watch some good spooky movies then too. So I think it's smart to bump it up a month. But also, this is Saw X, so it takes place in space, right?
At least that's what I thought. Here's a synopsis here.
The X movie always has to take place in space, right?
Hey, Felix, you want to read this?
Go ahead.
John Kramer is back. The most disturbing installment of the Saw franchise yet explores the untold chapter of Jigsaw's most personal game. Set between the events of Saw 1 and 2, a sick and desperate John travels to Mexico for a risky and experimental medical procedure in hopes of a miracle cure for his cancer, only to discover the entire operation is a scam to defraud the most vulnerable. Armed with a newfound purpose, the infamous serial killer returns to his work, turning the tables on the con artists in his signature visceral way through devious, deranged, and ingenious traps. That's pretty clever. So I didn't know what the synopsis was until just now when I read that. And I think that's clever as shit. Yeah, it's a good way to bring Jigsaw back, because they brought him back multiple times now, but this is a way to bring him back that doesn't feel forced. That's pretty cool. So
it's away from all his shit. Yeah, it's like
it's a side quest.
It's away from all the shit. So all of the convoluted storyline stays over there. He himself comes over there. He does look older, so you can kind of maybe like he's going through his cancer treatments
and
stuff.
Just wear his hat backwards again.
Backwards.
Right? Yeah. They'll play him wearing his hat backwards. Look at that.
They literally try to make him look younger, and they're like, "What do we do?" And they're like, "Put his hat backwards." But long story short, him looking a little older probably will. adds the frailness of the cancer that he has.
Yeah.
And then him getting pissed off and loading off in Mexico. I mean, come on, man.
That's pretty good.
Really good.
That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to and I'm hoping it's better than like Spiral, the book from the Book of Saw. I know I wasn't a huge fan of that one, so it was only okay. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't a huge fan. If they're going to bring Saw back, I'm hoping for another big
question for you, man.
Saw movie,
because I know you watch like all of them every year, and you were big back in the day, just like me and my kids were. And what did you like better, Jigsaw or Spiral?
Jigsaw. I think I honestly think Spiral, I saw it coming a mile away. It was way too predictable for me. I didn't hate Chris Rock in that. It felt, I don't know, I just didn't completely buy his character either. So
for me, it was when dude was sitting here and he's like, "That's why I'm here, because of your dad," and he looked at his picture or whatever. That was like, I'm like, it's him. I knew right then.
I knew very early on. I was like, I see exactly where this is going.
I'm just excited for it because I'm a big Saw fan.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
I like the earlier ones.
So yeah, this one will be right in your wheelhouse then. This one takes place between 1 and 2.
Same. And I think 1 and 2 are the best ones for sure. They definitely got a lot more convoluted as it went on, as they introduced more and more people that are involved with the killer, with the kills and everything. And it definitely got
them
a little
killing
hard
them off. Yeah, them killing him off in the third one was a mistake, and they realized it.
Yeah, and then they didn't
That's
know
why
what
they're
to
like,
do. Yeah. Exactly. And they tried to shoehorn stuff in to try and make it make sense, and it just didn't always work.
Kind of reminds me of soap operas, how they kill off the villain, and then somehow the villain always turns coming back to life.
Yeah, right? Somehow.
You know what?
He's back.
General Hospital just was on in the background the other day, and they're like, Helena Cassadine. And I'm like, I know for a fact she died, and they're still talking about her?
That's like Days of Our Lives. They always kill off the same people, and somehow the same people are still on the show. Okay.
But it's like comic books too. I mean, they kill people off in comics, and they always bring them back.
Speaking of comic books,
Cowabunga!
From IGN, original 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series to hit Nickelodeon. And also,
I am very excited.
X-Men 97 TV series debuts new clips at SDCC.
First of all, Ninja Turtles classic, can't go wrong with it. I know we're going to be watching it because Cujo actually prefers Nickelodeon to Disney, to the Disney Channel and all that. So that channel is always on. Every time we leave her channel on. So it's going to be on. But X-Men, this is supposed to be, and I do know, but I'm still asking the question. It's supposed to be like the next season from before, right? Like the continuing story.
Yeah, because the first one came out in 92 and it ran for 4 seasons until 96. That's why it's called X-Men 97. Stoked about both of those things because I was born in 84, so I was
right through all that.
5, 6 years old when Turtles was at the height of its popularity. I watched every single one. I had the VHS tapes, and I think the first Ninja Turtles movie was probably the first movie I remember seeing in theaters. It was either that or The Land Before Time. I remember going and seeing both of those.
Or like my brother used to say, The Land That Time Forgot.
Yeah. And I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan, so I'll probably be rewatching that for sure. And then same with X-Men, big fan, can't wait.
Okay, let's move on to our last trailer.
When the war started, they protected me, took better care of me than humans would have.
A Star Wars movie when I first
people, Maya,
saw the poster.
It's just programming.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. This is a fight for our very existence.
Yes. Sergeant Taylor, we are this close to winning the war. But the AI are developing a super weapon.
Rogue One, which is why I thought it was Star Wars.
Or they win.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's just a kid.
I'm telling you, man.
Are you going
AI.
No.
It's gonna be our downfall. It's already annoying as shit.
We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
Do you have any idea what the thing is?
She looks like a little girl now, but she's growing. Whoever has that kid wins the war.
I really like the feel of this one.
Yeah. I do too.
What do you want, sweetie?
For robots to be free.
Oh, we don't have that in the fridge. How about ice cream?
Dream On in the background.
Yeah, you're right.
I went to an Aerosmith concert and dude sang this song like 5 feet in front of me, man. This looks good.
It reminds me of like Rogue One meets Chappie meets was that District
District 9
with the alien? Yeah, District 9. It kind of feels like kind of all of those. Yeah, exactly. AI.
This we were going to do this article. We cut it this morning, but yeah, James Cameron's told us in '84 what was going to happen.
Says I warned you, and it's true. AI, I mean, right now it's more just of an annoyance than anything. I think it's annoying, but it's just a matter of time before it starts killing us all.
Part of the actor strike is the AI.
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, the writers and the actors.
I'm getting really tired of seeing all this freaking AI artwork popping up. Like, I think it's ugly for the most part. I don't think it has any like.
I think me and Harley were having this conversation off, just one of the days we're talking about it. The reason why, like the writers and the actors, we can go into that headspace of loss. We can go into that headspace of how going through life, and you can put that on paper and someone else lives your story. But AI, they can still maybe write or act a good role, but they don't have that human quality that I think is going to be missing if, that ever comes to happen. That was just too funny that we cut that article, and that's what this trailer was about.
Okay. So, what are you guys watching this week?
I literally stopped watching The Flash to record this. I literally was where they came across the super person in this, and that is my super person. I'm like, that's got to be it's already been out. When they came across Supergirl, I mean, as soon as she puts on the suit, I'm like, that's my Supergirl. Honestly,
I love her.
Yeah, I just right after they got her is when I stopped. But besides the CGI, the really bad CGI, and of course it's supposed to look like that. The story seems pretty good. The story seems pretty good so far.
Yeah, I didn't hate the story, but the CGI really took me out of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's really hard to look past how terrible that CGI. And yeah, so he said, "Oh, that's how it's supposed to look in the Speed Force or whatever." Okay, well, so either there's one of two things: either it's supposed to look like that, and it was just a terrible decision, right? Because it looks like shit. Or it wasn't supposed to look like that, and he's lying, and they just did a really shitty job of CGI. Either way, it's not a good thing.
Like when Batman first, when Wonder Woman first appears, and Batman's got like that chuckle, that's totally not even Ben Affleck. It looks so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah. And throughout the entire movie, I mean, So when the two berries are together, I can tell almost every
There
scene.
were certain scenes, yeah.
One of them is deep faked. You can see it clear as day that it's deep faked on there. Like I've seen way better, like, you know, dual acting from a 90s Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Like this is freaking 2023 and that's the best you could do. That's pretty pathetic, man.
So that's what I'm watching. What are you watching, Brandon?
I've been watching I haven't watched any movies so much lately, but I've been watching Ozark, which I told you, me and Amber have been catching up on Ozark. We're almost finished with the second season of that. But there's some movies coming out. We're doing Barbenheimer tomorrow. We're going to be watching Barbie and then Oppenheimer right after. So that's like what 6 hours of freaking movie watching right there.
What was the last time you did that? You went and saw two movies like that?
Back to back? Actually, we did it not that long ago. We did it. I'm trying to remember what movies we watched, but I remember we did it, and it was so long that by the time we got out and went to leave the parking garage, we'd gone over our allowed time for having the ticket validated from the theater. So we ended up having to pay for parking. That was some bullshit.
The last time I did that, I believe it was The Hangover 3, and then we saw Fast 6 right after.
Oh,
and
really?
the Fast 6 is
Yeah.
long, so yeah, I felt like we were in the theater all day when that happened.
Yeah,
what are you watching, Harley?
I'm
it's a long
watching, and just like that on HBO, it's the spinoff to Sex and the City.
I never watched any of Sex and the City. I wasn't really the target demo for that one, I don't think, when it was out. But
well, Sex and the City is one of my favorite shows. Like I went back and watched the original.
It's clearly there's an audience for it because it's been around for a long time.
Well, see, when they brought it back and remade it, I was so mad because they killed Mr. Big off in like the first couple
Whoa,
episodes.
spoiler alert.
Yes.
Damn. What if I decided to watch it one day and now I'm like,
I
what's the
have
point?
to ask.
What's the point?
Why did they call him Mr. Big for?
That's just what Carrie's always called him, was Mr. Big.
Oh, okay.
We know why.
Probably because he was Mr. Big with the money.
Oh.
Okay,
me
guys,
too.
remember, we do have shirts.
Hell yeah, we do.
Scan that barcode up there in the corner and get your order in for this shirt before the end of the month, or you will miss out.
Yeah. You've only got like a week left to get that badass shirt.
Okay, well, that is another episode of Mod Squad Movie Talk Monday. For Felix, the Nerd Tender, myself, see you next time, Puddin'.
See ya.
Aloha.